wanted to show this here is a picture of our lettuce that we planted on the same day of our aquaponics project, and I'm showing this as a comparison of how regular plants grow compared to aquaponics. This is the aquaponics tank here. The bottom part you can see is it's pumping up water up to the upper part, which is where the actual plants grow, which is the lettuce. And you see I got two drains draining out of the lettuce. And down below, all I have, you can see the one fish. I have that one fish and one snail, and that is what's keeping this going right now. And as far as I know, that is all we need for now, and then later we'll probably have to add more fish. This is the upper part of the tank, and this is the bed, the flower bed, and right now I have lettuce planted in there, and as you can see, it's much larger. It's 4 to 5 inches long, large leaves, and right now you can see that the pump is working. It's pumping. I have the pump set to a half hour running for every 4 hours off. And the middle two tubes that you see there are what are draining the water into those drains. If I had it just draining straight from the rocks would fall in and plug it up. That's the problem we had before. And right now, this has been running for approximately 2.5 weeks. It is seems to be working well. The plants are starting to turn greener. At first, when we planted, they were just really long and stringy, but as you can see, they're starting to get larger leaves and they're turning very green. The way this works is the fish tank, the fish give off through their gills and through urine, they give off ammonia. And in that ammonia, when we pump up the water up to the top, it takes, and with bacteria, changes it to nitrite, and then eventually changes it to nitrate, which everybody knows nitrates are a fertilizer for plants. Once it's changed to nitrates, the nitrates are taken up by the plants, and the water goes back down, and it's clean water, and the cycle keeps going indefinitely. As you can see, it's a very healthy environment right now. This is our test bed we had to prove. We had a lot of problems. Originally, we had taken and put in goldfish. We had about 10 goldfish and used our sink water. Well, we live out in the country. Our well water is very hard, and eventually we figured out that what was killing the goldfish was the hardness of the water. We were getting a lot of fungus, and that fungus was killing the fish, causing white scale, and we were losing 2 to 3 fish a day. And so we thought, well, maybe we just need to get rid of the fungus. Maybe we introduced fungus from the aquariums from the store, and that wasn't the problem. We put in a new tank, boiled the all the rocks and everything, and the fish started dying after about a week. And eventually we decided that we would take water from the pond and switch everything out and put new fish in after everything died. And from what you can see, that seemed to be the answer. The pond has a lot of algae in it, so that's why we have that. As you see down the bottom, looks like a catfish. It's actually an algae-eating type fish, and we have one snail. It's not very big, but in 3 days, when we pour more water in to fill this up, the pond water has a lot of algae in it, and the pond water will take and the fish will take it with that pond water, and in 3 days it's cleared out. That fish and that one snail clears this whole thing out. Down the bottom, that is rotting food, or plant particles and everything else, and eventually we'll have to clear that out, but right now that is not really a problem. So this is a brief synopsis of my aquaponics system. And I hope to, in the future, migrate from this tank to a double blue barrel 55-gallon drum system that I had the plans for, and got the barrels, and eventually, the summer moves on, we'll get that set up and going. Talk to you later.